off air. What are your favorite anime?
That's a pretty good question. That's like asking me what my favorite kid is, but
Good point. Good point.
I don't have any kids, by the way. I have cats. No, but I remember back in the 90s, I remember like in the late 90s watching sci-fi and watching Akira for the first time.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, and it really blew my mind just with all the stuff that was in it. I was 10 years old when I saw Akira, and with all the violence and stuff in it, and it's just like, wow, and the animation was gorgeous.
Yes, it was.
So that stayed with me. I mean, there have a lot of other animes that I absolutely love. You know, Gundam, Outlaw Star. I'm an OG, of course, but Akira, I gotta say Akira. It got my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Justin?
Well, I was also one of those kids sitting in front of Adult Swim and Toonami, watching all the animes that they fed us late night. Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto.
Yeah.
Right, the big three. And of course the whatever other movies they were showing. That's how I fell in love with Cowboy Bebop. And I mean, Sailor Moon. Hey, I'm a guy. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I watched some Sailor Moon. What the hell?
Damn, the good is good.
yeah.
I mean, I was a kid, you know. It was,
Whoa.
it was whatever was there. I was watching it.
I remember when Sailor Moon came out. It was kind of like you're watching a girl show, and then they were showing it on Toonami back in the early, the late 90s, early 2000s. And I watched it, and I was like, "This is a darn good show." I was like, "What have I been missing?" You know, I was like 12 or 13 at the time, and I was like, "All right, cool. I'm broadening my horizons." So
yeah.
Shout out to Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Watching whatever anime that was there, you know, there's no YouTube, there's no internet, there was no nothing, no cell phones, there was no barely any DVDs or, you know, VHS. There you go.
And Sam Goody.
I didn't have to wait until the late night for the good ones to come on.
Yeah.
I was a big Eon Flux fan. I don't know if you remember that one, but I was a big Eon Flux fan.
Liquid television.
Liquid television,
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
No, but I mean, I was even willing to record. I was trying to record them as they were coming on, but that never worked. You know, the quality was always poop. Or
I don't think I cared back then. Just to have it, I was like, wow.
I just wanted to have cartoons like whenever I could just, you know, watch them. That was my whole thing.
Well, you know what was cool about that was when I was young, I started developing the distinction between cartoons and anime. And I love, don't get me wrong, I love my Batman, Superman, and X-Men, but you know, anime, to me, when I saw, I knew there was something different with it. The art style, the storytelling, it was just something different.
I think I just like the violence.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So, how difficult was it to get the first YUMiCON off the ground? Let's say, even with the background that you've had of everything else that you've gone through, how was the first one?
I would say the most difficult about throwing the first of anything and the difficulties that we had facing with YUMiCON, I wouldn't say difficulties, but just the fear of not knowing, right? Was the brand itself, creating something out of nothing, right? I didn't just wake up and say, oh, today I'm gonna make YUMiCON, right? I had to think for hours, days, weeks, months, years. I didn't, it wasn't a quick process, so it was something that we took a lot of time to pick the name and look up research the names, different meanings of the name, what was gonna be a good name, right? And then we came finally with Yumi, right? And then we started to research that and how it would work, and of course, on the legal side, if there's any other brands with that name, you know, so we had to become. I finished with a bachelor's business.
Yeah.
But what I really took from that was that I think everybody should now take business at least at one point in their life if they ever have the opportunity to, in college or even after high school. Just
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure to try to take a business class. Cardi B said it. For a reason.
Wait, what
And,
did Cardi B say?
The one thing that I took from her was also when she said that, I was like, yeah, that is true. And I did take business class, and you know what? Damn it, it helped a lot. I was not as fearful as most people are starting up a business because I knew a little bit. And plus, I had already been doing my own businesses since I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so a lot of things that I learned in business wasn't really learning. It was just seeing it and then acknowledging that it could be applied to the real world as an adult.
Yeah.
But even then, I didn't understand it because I didn't have my own business at that point. I was just learning about it. So it's like you have to get to the point to be able to apply it and to even know when to apply it.
Yeah.
So imagine like learning kung fu but not knowing when to use it.
Mm-hmm. But a little bit of knowledge goes a long way, you know. So, kudos. How have you seen things grow and change in the 5 years since the first event?
Well, you know, coming from my standpoint, I was going to cons as a fan, and so I've been working with Justin for the past couple of years, and the community has changed. I will say one thing is that anime is getting more mainstream, and it's more easier for people to enter, and it's cool because you know we're you know, of course we're at our events, but we're seeing different walks of life come into our events. You know, no matter what your ethnicity, no matter what you identify as, we're all coming together as fans, and I think that's really, really awesome. And I've noticed that, especially at our events.
Yeah.
So that's what I've noticed. So.
That's good.
Yeah, I would say anime is becoming mainstream. More people are being aware of it. Social media, internet, all that, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I remember when I was younger, it's like I was a little bit of a bully. So when I saw like people watching anime, I'd be like, "You're a nerd." But now I'm that nerd. So it's good. I enjoy it. I think everybody really can. There's something for everybody, to enjoy, and yeah, it's cool. And especially with their events, like they have something for everyone. Literally something for everyone. So
that's
it's
good.
good. Yeah.
And I see it as a great thing that San Antonio is so open and accepting of anime.
Absolutely.
So much going on around the city.
Agreed.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, stay tuned. We've got more with YUMiCON coming up. We're about to go ahead and get deep into the trenches with DJ Mercury. He has a fantastic 90s B-side mix that he's got coming up. So y'all, stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. More coming up. This is the Urban Suite, KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.